Diane Keaton was an acclaimed American actress and filmmaker whose career spanned over 5 decades. She rose to fame in the 1970s with breakthrough roles in The Godfather, 1972, and Woody Allen's Annie Hall, 1977, the latter earning her the Academy Award for Best Actress. Over her 6-decade career, she received many honors, including an Academy Award, a BAFTA, British Academy Film Award, and 2 Golden Globes, plus nominations for 2 Emmy Awards and a Tony Award. In later years, she was recognized with Lifetime Achievement Honors, a Gala Tribute by the Film Society of Lincoln Center in 2007, and the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award in 2017. In October 2025, media outlets confirmed that Diane Keaton died in California at age 79. Early life and education. Diane Hall was born on January 5, 1946, in Los Angeles, California, the eldest of 4 children. Her mother, Dorothy Diane Keaton, was a homemaker and amateur photographer, and her father, John Newton Jack Hall, was a civil engineer and real estate broker. Keaton's paternal grandmother was Irish, and she was raised Free Methodist by her mother. Her mother's victory as Mrs. Los Angeles inspired young Diane's early passion for performance. She grew up in Orange County, graduating from Santa Ana High School in 1963, where she acted in plays and sang in school productions. After high school, Keaton briefly attended Santa Ana College and Orange Coast College as an acting student, but dropped out after a year to pursue a theatrical career in New York City. When she joined Actors Equity, she adopted her mother's maiden name, Keaton, for her stage name, because another actress was already registered as Diane Hall. After moving to New York, Keaton studied acting at the Neighborhood Playhouse under Sanford Meisner's techniques. By 1968, she had landed her first big stage role, an understudy in the Broadway musical Hair. Notably, she earned attention for refusing to disrobe during the optional nude scene. This led to a Tony-nominated turn in Woody Allen's 1969 Broadway play Play It Again, Sam. She won the role of Linda while overcoming Allen's concerns that she was 2 inches taller than him, and earned a Tony Award nomination for Best Featured Actress. Career highlights. Keaton's film debut came in 1970 with The Comedy Lovers and Other Strangers. She quickly gained prominence in Hollywood when director Francis Ford Coppola cast her as Kay Adams opposite Al Pacino in The Godfather, 1972. Coppola had noticed her in Lovers and wanted Kay to be the eccentric foil to Michael Corleone, a role Keaton embraced. The Godfather was a huge success, winning Best Picture and becoming the year's top-grossing film. 2 years later, Keaton reprised Kay Adams in The Godfather Part 2, 1974, playing Michael Corleone's increasingly disillusioned wife. Keaton's signature era came in the late 1970s with Woody Allen. After Play It Again, Sam, she appeared in Allen's film comedy Sleeper, 1973, and Love and Death, 1975, and more dramatic work like Interiors, 1978, and Manhattan Murder Mystery, 1993. Allen often called Keaton his muse during this period. Her defining role was the title character in Allen's 1977 film Annie Hall. Keaton's quirky, tomboyish performance, complete with oversized men's vests, ties, and hats that became her trademark, won her the Academy Award for Best Actress. She also won a BAFTA for Annie Hall and a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Comedy. Annie Hall cemented Keaton's place as a cultural icon and style leader, with her unconventional fashion setting a nationwide trend. In the 1980s and 1990s, Keaton continued to earn acclaim in both comedy and drama. She starred opposite Warren Beatty in Reds, 1981, a political drama that won Best Picture and gave her another Academy Award nomination. Other notable films included the drama Marvin's Room, 1996, another Oscar-nominated role, and a string of popular comedies with director Nancy Meyers. Baby Boom, 1987, Father of the Bride, 1991, and its sequel, 1995, as well as Something's Gotta Give, 2003. Something's Gotta Give earned her yet another Oscar nod and a Golden Globe. In the mid-1990s, she also turned to directing, making her feature debut with Unstrung Heroes, 1995, and later directing Hanging Up, 2000. Throughout her career, Keaton was honored with many awards. In addition to her Oscar and BAFTA, she won 2 Golden Globes for Annie Hall and Something's Gotta Give, and garnered a dozen Globe nominations overall. She received 2 Primetime Emmy nominations for the TV movie Amelia Earhart, The Final Flight 1994, and a CBS School Break special in 1990, and was nominated for a Tony Award for Play It Again, Sam in 1971. In recognition of her lifetime work, Keaton was given numerous honors. Among them the Harvard Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year 1991, Lifetime Achievement Awards from the Hollywood Film Awards 2005 and AFI 2017, and major film festival tributes in New York and Zurich. In her later years, Keaton remained active on screen. She appeared in the book club film series, including the latest book club, The Next Chapter in 2023, which turned out to be one of her last projects. Even into her 70s, she took on new ventures. For example, in December 2024, she released a novelty holiday song called First Christmas, her first single, and remained active on social media with an Instagram post in April 2025 celebrating her pet dog. Her final screen appearance came in the Netflix comedy Queen Pins 2023, and in a cameo voice role in the animated series Star Wars, The Bad Batch 2023, wrapping up a long and varied career. Personal life and beliefs. Keaton's off-screen life was marked by close family ties and creative passions. She remained very close to her parents. After her mother developed Alzheimer's in the 1990s, Diane cared for her until the mother's death in 2008, and later wrote about the experience in memoirs. The actress often spoke about the influence of her parents, especially her mother, whom she described as the heart of everything that was best in her life. Keaton was also deeply involved with her brother Randy, who struggled with mental illness, and whom she helped care for until his death in 2021. Raised as a Free Methodist, Keaton maintained a spiritual outlook, but rarely spoke publicly about organized religion. Known as a private person, Keaton never married. However, she had several high-profile relationships. In her early career, she was romantically linked with the Godfather co-star Al Pacino, and later with actor Warren Beatty, who directed her in Reds. Despite these romances, she remained single, famously quipping that she preferred the freedom of being unmarried. In interviews, she focused more on work and family than romance. "Motherhood has completely changed me," she said of adopting children. Keaton was a devoted mother. In the mid-1990s, she adopted 2 children as a single woman, a daughter, Dexter, born 1996, and a son, Duke, born 2000. She often credited parenthood with giving her life new meaning and humility. Her children were a central part of her life. Upon her death, she was survived by Dexter and Duke. The family relationships with her parents, siblings, and children remained a constant anchor for Keaton even as her film career brought her fame and success. Death. On October 11, 2025, Diane Keaton passed away in California at the age of 79. News outlets including People and The Guardian confirmed her death, noting that her family had asked for privacy. No official cause of death was announced. Reports emphasized that Keaton had not been publicly ill, no illness had been announced, and that her passing came as a shock to fans and colleagues. Tributes poured in from across Hollywood. Friends like Ben Stiller and Paul Feig called her one of the greatest film actors ever and an icon, remembering her warmth, humor, and style. She is survived by her daughter Dexter and son Duke, who became part of her family later in life. Colleagues and critics noted that Diane Keaton's legacy would endure through her films and the path she paved for strong, quirky female roles. At the time of her death, she left behind a cinematic legacy that spanned drama, comedy, stage, and screen, and a reputation as one of America's most beloved performers. Lifestyle and legacy. Beyond her acting, Diane Keaton was well known for her distinctive personal style and varied interests. She became a fashion icon noted for popularizing menswear-inspired outfits. Rarely seen without a signature hat, wide trousers, and tie, Keaton's look was rarely seen without a hat, turtleneck, or man's tie. Journalists often remarked on how her wardrobe choices, which began with her Annie Hall character, set trends and reflected her independent spirit. Off-camera, Keaton cultivated creative hobbies. She was an avid photographer, especially of doors and storefronts, which he said were haunting subjects, and published several books of her photography. An entrepreneur of sorts, she also built a lucrative sideline in real estate. Over the years, she bought, restored, and sold many architecturally significant homes across California. Keaton's passion for historic preservation and design was widely reported, and she even lent her name to home decor, clothing, and wine collections. In this way, she turned her eye for style into successful business ventures. At the time of her death, Diane Keaton's net worth was estimated to be around $100 million. This wealth came from decades of acting in hit films and theater, as well as directing, producing, and her property investments. In addition to earnings from movies like Annie Hall, Father of the Bride, and Something's Gotta Give, a significant portion of her wealth was tied up in real estate, where she often sold renovated homes for many millions. Her smart business ventures, including product endorsements and creative partnerships on wine and home lines, further contributed to her financial success. In public statements, she admitted to saving carefully from her earliest paychecks. By 2025, she had secured her financial legacy as firmly as her place in cinematic history. Overall, Diane Keaton's life story is one of talent, persistence, and reinvention. From a determined young actress on Broadway to an Oscar-winning star and lifelong style icon, she carved a unique path in Hollywood. Her humor and empathy shone through even the toughest dramas she played, and she remained beloved for portraying women who were witty, strong, and a little unconventional. As we reflect on her 79 years, listeners/viewers can appreciate the full arc of her career, from a young ingenue in Santa Ana to the elegant leading lady who stood up for artistic independence.